Hi people, how we are doing? Yeah, it's your girl Becky Star Real Smile. Hope you're fine. Wow, I've come with another topic today. Very hot, like jollof. When they just finish serving you that hot jollof rice, you just want to take it so fast. You want to know how it tastes. That is how this topic is. I know a lot of people are asking yourselves, what does she want to talk about? What does she want to talk about? Don't worry. I'll be dishing it out very hot. Okay, today, as I've said, we'll be talking about suicide. So many things are happening in this world, and a lot of people are taking that fast route of committing suicide, which I'm not going to encourage anybody to do. That is why I have decided to come out with this topic called suicide. In today's topic, we'll be looking at the meaning of suicide, causes of suicide, and also prevention. Then I'm going to add something which is called the suicide code. So let's start. When they say suicide, what is the meaning of suicide? Suicide can be defined as the act of killing yourself without any repercussion. Yeah. Or suicide is the act of taking your life willingly. Yeah. Suicide is the act of taking your life willingly. You just want to take your life. You don't even care about what is going to happen. You don't even care about your loved ones. All the things in your mind is just to take your life. That is the meaning of suicide. To the causes, what are the causes of suicide? Why do people commit suicide? Why do your loved ones commit suicide? If you see someone that commits suicide, what do you think happened to the person that makes the person to commit suicide? So this is where we'll be going to. The number one on my list is types of abuse. A lot of us, we go through so many abuse. It's not even only in your marriage, even in relationship, workplace, churches, home, everywhere. There are different types of abuse everywhere. And when I say different types of abuse, we have domestic abuse, we have financial abuse, we have physical abuse, we have emotional abuse, we have a lot of them. Imagine someone that went through sexual abuse now. How do you want the person to do? What do you want the person to do? What do you want the person to say? Things like that. That is what is going on in their mind. For someone that has been raped now, that this person is going to have that long time a mental injury. Even some of them, they might even end up not marrying. Some of them, even if they get married, their husband may not enjoy them if they do not handle it properly. Imagine someone that went through physical abuse in his or her relationship, and the person is not able to heal before is not able to heal before getting into another relationship. Of course, that person is still going to carry the same baggage, thinking that all men are the same or all women are the same. So that is why if you go through any abuse, it is better you handle it. It is better you are able to take care of it first before you want to enter into another relationship, or you want to start doing some other things. Because if you don't take care of those things properly, there's every means that it might repeat itself again, or you might end up hurting yourself and also hurting your partner. So that is the number one on my list. My number two is homelessness. For someone now, anything can happen in this life. There are some things that happens which we don't even expect, or which is not being expected. Maybe something happened to the house. Maybe the house was being burnt, or you don't even have the money to pay the house rent, and the landlord decides to throw your load outside, something like that. You start thinking of where to go to. Can you go to your family members? And if you have a lovely family members who is always ready to accept you, why not? You can always go there. They will surely accept you. But what about if you have, if you don't have that kind of family members, or if you don't have where to stay? Things like that. You start thinking of so many things. Oh, night is here. Where are you going to lay your head? Where are you going to sleep? Where are you going to go to? Maybe during this raining season, everything is just on your head. You are sleeping outside, and before you know it, rain starts falling. Before you know it, you start running around. Things like that. It's going to be giving you lots of sleepless nights. Some people might even enter depression if they are not, well handled. Some people might, they will start behaving in a way that even you yourself, you might be, you might not be happy with. So, that can cause, suicide, and they will feel like, oh, what did they have to offer when they didn't even have where to put their head? And then why would they commit suicide? Why? But me, I'm telling you now that committing suicide is not the best way. In terms of that, do not in any way think of you committing suicide. Rather, seek for solution, not committing suicide. The third on my list is loneliness or isolation. Yeah, loneliness or isolation. Yeah, when I say loneliness or isolation, some people, some people are carried away by seeing someone being happy, flowing with friends, going around. You don't even know that there are lots of us that will nurture pains inside of us. You might see someone staying with a lot of people, or you might see someone going out with his or her friends, going to the parties, doing this, doing that. Most especially all those people that they call there are some people that they can't stay in one place, but that doesn't mean that they don't have what they are nurturing inside. If all of us should come out and start saying what we are nurturing inside, then see, this word is not going to contain it, because a whole lot of us, we have so many things that we are nurturing inside. So that kind of person, some of them might not even cry in front of you, but inside they are crying. Some of them, they might just go inside. Maybe when they get to their house, when they are done with all this their play and the rest, they'll just go inside their house, just break down. It's only their loved ones that may just know. That is why they say, do not say men don't cry. See, if you have something that is hurting you, and you know that crying is the solution, please do it. Shed tears. There are some things that might just happen to you sometimes, that by the time you cry, your heart will just be empty. Like, you won't even think of that thing again. Even if you might want to look for solution, but if you feel that is the solution for that moment, please cry. But anything that that is apart from crying or doing other things, please do not kill anyone. Do not even kill yourself. If you know that this thing that you want to do, you want to use as the solution is bad, please don't do it. Don't do it. But instead of you bottling up everything, it's better you speak up. Yeah, it's better you speak up. Cry if you want to cry. Don't say, oh, because you are a man, men are not expected to cry. That is not true. Cry if you really want to cry. Then my fourth will be long-time physical pain and illness. Long-term physical pain and illness. A lot of people are going through that. There was even one time that I went to the hospital, I went to visit someone, and I saw the way people were being, the kind of, I saw different types of sickness. I saw one lady that was being tied to the bed, and I was like, wow, is this how people suffer? Is this what people go through? That's what they say. If you want to know, if you want to be grateful, just go to some places, e.g. hospital. Go to the hospital and see what people are going through. Then, if you are not this kind of person that gives thanks, once you start seeing the kind of things people are facing, even you yourself, you want to thank God for your own life. There are some things that we go through that we think that we are the only one that is going through that thing. You've not seen other people's own. By the time you get to see other people's own, you even want to appreciate your own. And once they say everybody, drop your problems down and take anyone you want to take. Once you see your own and see other people's own, you still want to take your own problem now. Because, do you know what some people are going through in the hospital? Do you know what it means to tie someone to the bed? The person will not be able to do anything on his or her own. But you still have the advantage to walk. You still have the advantage to move. And you're still complaining that you have problems. You're still complaining that this problem wants to make you to commit suicide. My dear brother, my dear sister, think twice before you do it. Think twice. Remember, anytime that thought is coming to your mind, just remember that you are not the only one that is going through that, that challenge. And I'll tell you that, you might be going through it now, but I promise you that it's going to pass. There's nobody in this world that don't have problem. There's nobody in this world. The only thing that is there is that it's clothes that is just covering everybody's problem. See, you might see someone that is dressed so expensive, and you're like, oh, I don't think this person have any problem. See, go near that person. Tell the person to tell you his or her story. I'm sure you are going to shed tears. So don't say because you are going through one or two things or one or two challenges, then you want to commit suicide. No, suicide is not the solution. Then we'll move to lack of finance. That is, I'm going to say financial problem. I know so many of us are going through this. Even me, I'm going through that. You see, there are some things that you might want to do, and you lack money. That money is not there. Most especially, if you ask people, there are so many excuses that they are going to give you. And I understand. Some of them, it's not because they don't want to assist, but with the way everything is going now, everybody is trying to manage his or herself. This finance is a long story. It is a long story, but we pray that we are going to survive. Because you might want to let's say for instance now, someone is sick and there's no money to treat the person. You are running here and there, no support, nothing. You're like, what are you going to do? This person is dying, blah blah blah. Something like that can cause heart pain. Something like that can cause sleepless night. Or let's say your house rent is almost due. That heart pain that you go through when your house rent is almost due and you don't even have anything on ground. And Baba Landlord is already knocking on your door saying, I hope you remember that your house rent is almost due. Your heart is just beating. Or maybe your house rent is even due and you're like, where are you going to see that money to pay this house rent? Or maybe school fees. Yeah, school fees too. School fees. The way everything is now, school fees is not expensive. Imagine you going through all those things. Then another one is breakup from relationship. break up from relationship. You've been through so many breakup. Some people does not have last longing relationship. Some people, maybe once they're in a relationship, once the relationship is clocking maybe 2 years or 1 year, or some is even some months, they'll start doing everything to break the relationship. It's not that maybe they are doing it purposely, but they just don't know how to manage relationship. And you that you are in that type of relationship with them, you'll be so hurt. You won't even know what to do. And some may be mutual. Maybe something happened. For instance, let's say both of you are ASAS, that one is on a mutual ground. Both of you can still be friends after, but though it might be painful. If both of you have really gone far in that relationship and you discover that this relationship it can't go anywhere, you are AS and the other one too is AS, there's no how you can be able to manage it, except maybe you just want to take the risk, which I don't even advise anybody to do. So break up from relationship. When they just, especially when someone just finish serving you hot breakfast, early morning breakfast, you'll be looking at the left, looking everywhere. You don't even know if you should cry or you should smile. But it depends on the type of breakfast that the person serves you. If the relationship is sweet, then it's something that is going to pain you or hurt you. But if the relationship is, those painful relationship that maybe it's something you've been looking forward to, leaving the person, then that will not even remove anything from you. Even you yourself, you'll be happy. You'll be happy. So that is it. Then another one is depression. And we have stages of depression. Someone that is depressed, the person will be the person will not even be able to do anything. The person will not be able to speak. The person will just be acting funny. When someone is acting funny, you're like, what is happening? But if you don't, the person will not be able to eat. The person will not be able to, to go out. The person will be lonely. The person will be, sleep. The person will have sleepless nights. The person will be hydrated. The person will have a lot of things that, even you, and when you are living with someone that is depressed, you have to be patient, because if you are not patient, you might want to, start acting funny, and with this, none is even going to help matters. So if you know someone that is depressed, please try to find out what is the cause of that depression. Do not leave that person alone. Do not say, maybe for instance now, the person might also be moody. One of the depression stages, moody. Maybe when you notice that you have someone that is always lively, and before you know it, the person is always moody, please don't ignore. Try to find out why the person is being moody. Ask questions so that you can always, help the person. Then the last one, but not the least, is failure. Failure. This has happened to a whole lot of people, even Dangote, and the richest people, Dangote, Otedola, and the rest. See, because you fail today does not mean you are going to fail tomorrow. They say if you do not fail, it means you are not trying. See, failure will teach you a lot of things. It's better you do something and fail than you not doing that thing at all. If you do something today and you fail, of course you are going to learn lesson from that thing tomorrow. So even if you want to do the same thing tomorrow, you know that okay, this was what you did the previous day that made you not to succeed. So my brother, my sister, do not allow failure to make you commit suicide. Now, we'll be going to prevention. Yeah, because a lot of you like, okay, so I've been talking about the causes of suicide. Now we want to know how to prevent it. How are we going to prevent it? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I will tell you right now. Don't worry. Just sit and listen. And I'm sure all of you are learning. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the prevention. Prevention number 1, consult a therapist. Consult a therapist. What do I mean by therapist? Therapist is your counselor. Once you know that you are going through all this, there are some things that you might not be able to handle on your own. You need someone to talk to. Please seek counselor. Seek counseling. Like, just go to someone that you trust. Go to the person, talk to the person. Both of you can decide to work it out, even if the person might not be able to help you. If the person should know any other person that might be able to help you through with that, the person will be ready to help you, rather than you bottling everything up. And you know that when you bottle everything up, you want to different types of things will start coming to your mind. Different types of there's sometimes that we think of something sometimes, and different types of evil thoughts are coming to your mind. Are like, really? See, if I didn't see any solution, I'm going to do this. So always learn to talk to someone. Always learn to speak out. If your parents, if you are with your parents, go to your parents, tell them what you are going through, and I'm sure they will have advice for you. I'm sure they are going to help you, even if it is not your parents. If you know any other counselor, or if you have a mentor, you can always talk to anybody. And I know that you are going to, find a solution that you seek. A counselor is the person that, use his inner creativity to solve a problem. Yeah, he knows what to do. She or he knows what to do. So, my brother, my sister, learn to seek counseling. If it is something that has passed what you can handle yourself, please do not in any way keep it to yourself. Learn to speak out, and I'm sure you'll find that solution. Then my number 2 is identify the symptoms. Identify the symptoms. Once you know that, this person is already having this solution, this person is already having these symptoms, you can now try different types of things. You can take the person to the, if it is to take the person to the counselor, you take the person for counseling. If it is to take the person to the hospital, you take the person to the hospital. So once, for instance, as someone that is going through depression now, at least you've been able to identify the symptoms of depression. First of all, seek a counselor. Then it's not a counselor that will now tell you what to do. Or even if it's to take the person to the hospital, anyone you feel it's okay by you can always do it. Then the last and not the least is test the treatment solution. Yeah, test the treatment solution. What I mean by test the treatment solution is, once you've taken the person to the counselor, and the counselor have been able to identify the symptoms, or even you yourself, if you truly know the symptoms of some of those things, you can take the person to the, once you take the person to the counselor, and maybe let me say the treatment might be cognitive treatment. If the counselor is able to identify the symptoms, the counselor can say, okay, I think what you are going to apply here is cognitive therapists. I think what we are going to apply here is so and so. But if it is something that we need medical checkup or anything, the person might just be advised to be taken to the hospital. So it's from there that you just test different kinds of treatment, and from there you will know the one that will work. I hope with this you've been able to learn from this. Okay, if you enjoy this, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, comment, and like it.